Yeah, right, so our under-16 season started off with 2 grading games. Our first would be against a strong Burnside team, a team that we would face multiple times throughout the season. This game went a lot in our own half and not much possession, camped on our own line defence. I think we did pretty well to only concede 1 try, going down 5-0 in this game. Our next game was against Stack, where we showed great determination and came away with the win. So going into the season, the team had set some goals. One of the main goals that we set was to develop our skills as rugby players. Going into the first round robin game against an unknown Kashmir team, after 2 good performances, we were pretty confident going into the game. We ended up winning this game 17-10, defending our line in the last few plays to hold off. Our second match was played against the boys' high team in muddy, wet conditions. Much like the Kashmir game, it was a close, even game. And again, last-minute goal line defence won us this game. The next few games against the Papanui team and the Linwood team, we won both of these games comfortably. The last match of our round robin was against the Burnside team again. This is the one game that we dropped in our first round. I think that it was fair to say that we had a bit to improve on. So going into the second half of our season, we started to think more towards about the business end of the season, looking to hit the playoffs with good form. We played all of these teams again, winning the first 2 against Kashmir and Boys High. The game against Papanui was a physical battle in the forwards and a free-flowing game for the backs, lots of running and lots of tries. We headed into the 2-week school holiday with no trainings. When we came up against this Linwood team, an improving Linwood team, we ended up dropping this game. We took the loss on the chin and all fronted up to training the next week, willing to move on and make sure we were ready for the battle against Burnside, the last game before the playoffs. First half, we were on attack. We were on track to win the game. By the time the half finished, we had the upper hand. Heading into a headwind in the second half really took us by storm, and we started to lose structure going down the last 10 minutes. Playoff time, semi-finals. Boys are pumped up against the Kashmir team that we'd played twice before. Both times we played them, we beat them by 1 try. In my honest opinion, this is one of the best games that I think our boys played the whole season, winning the game 56-12. The final was against the Burnside team, a team that we had faced multiple times and a team that we were eager to beat. We knew who they were and how they played. We had set up a game plan of how we think we could beat them. The boys were ready, pumped up. After the first half, we found ourselves down by only a small margin, but we were in the game. After a long second half, we found ourselves down by 12 points with about 5 minutes to go. We managed to score a try in the last minute of the game, but it just wasn't enough. Just running out of time at the end, we weren't able to go all the way. Although we didn't win the final, I was proud of the boys of how they played in this game and the whole season. Going back to the goals that we had set at the start of the season on wanting to develop our skills as rugby players, I think that we accomplished this. I'd just like to thank the coaches, Andre and Miles, for a great season. Vince, thank you for your managing skills, organising us, all our boys. And the boys that all turned up to trainings, giving 100% in all our games. And of course the parents for running them around. And thanks for a good season, boys.